Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing the exercise 5 for the course CSC 6710. So the first step is to make sure that we have our Java, Eclipse, Tomcat and MySQL are properly installed and working properly. So let's start with Java. So as you can see, we have Java version 20 installed and it's running just perfectly fine. And Eclipse, Tomcat, MySQL. All right, Eclipse is right here. So there is Eclipse and servers. You can see Tomcat is right here. We can start it. Now the server has been started, and we can just stop it from here. Um, yeah. So Eclipse and Tomcat are just working fine. Now let's move on to Workbench. So the Workbench is also working fine. Let's just test out by running it a code. Uh, we'll do that in a bit. Okay, so need to run this code. So let's run it. So it's just working perfectly. So what we are using is we're using our existing database testdb, and then we are dropping the table user if it already exists, and then if it's not, we are creating a new table named user, and then the attributes would be email, first name, last name, password, birth date, address, and all that, cash balance. So here we're setting email to be the primary key, and then at line 17 we are inserting data into our table user, and then at 24 we are just displaying the complete table. Okay, so let's go and see the web version of this. So let's go to register, run server. Um, so let's register. Let's say XYZ at Rain, and last name, let's do XYZ. Password XYZ1234. XYZ1234. Okay. So now let's try to log in. XYZ1234 login. So, okay, we have been registered and we have logged in successfully. Let's see it in the workbench, and you can see the last most recent entry. You can see the details, and we are able to log in. Now let's just try to log in via root pass 1234. Okay, so this gives us access to all the emails, users, their last name, addresses, basically all the attributes of each user. So if we click initialize the database, so what this would do is it would, you know, keep the default data and then remove all the data that's not default. All the basically it would just keep the default data, and remaining everything it would just wipe it off. So like just now as we entered XYZ, this would get deleted because it's not in the default data. So let's try this out. We hit the initialize, and you can see I don't see XYZ over here, so it's probably gone. And let's run this one as well. You can see there's no XYZ over here. So that is how login, register, and initialize work. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the code. So let's start with the login register. Let's start with the JavaScript code. So it's pretty basic. You're giving your a heading here. Welcome to Wednesday long page, and then you're basically asking for the email and password, and then you're like there is an option for registering, so that option leads you to register.jsp. So in register.jsp, we have this title, register domain state. We're heading here, register domain state, and then again username, first name, last name. But I mean, we require all these attributes, and then after this is done, there's like a return to login page, an option. If you click that, you go to login. So and root view, yeah. So there's an option for to initialize, and then you have like a list of users, so all these attributes, and basically you're getting all the attributes of the users over here by this command. And yeah, it's pretty basic, pretty simple in the JavaScript here. And now let's look into the default packages. Let's look into control servlet. So yeah, as discussed in the last exercise, we have do post and do get here in control servlet. So after that we have like different cases like login, register, initialize, root, logout, and list. So all these are used in different scenarios, which we'll be discussing one after the other. So first one is like list user. So list user is basically, to list all users here. So we are using user.dao.list all users, so it will give us the list of all the users. And then we are also using userlist.jsp, so this is connected to the JSP file, your user.jsp right here. So it gets dispatched over there, so we can view it. So the user can view it. So and then the root page. So here, um, yeah. So we're printing root view, and then it's gonna, in the root. I mean, whoever is the admin, the root, he has access to like the details of all the users. So yeah, the user can view it by root view.jsp, which we just went through. And then here there's a login case. So we require email and password for that, and we have like two cases here. One is like root case, and because it redirects to root page, and the other case is if it's a normal user, so it would go to the normal page. And if the email or password is not in our database, so it just says login failed. So those are the three cases. And then moving on, we have register case over here. So in register case, it requires the user to enter all the attributes like email, first name, last name, password, birthday, and so on and so forth. Then yeah, then we have like um this is one to check the email if it's right or not. If it's right, then the registration is successful and it gets added to the database. And then it redirects to login.jsp, where the newly registered users can log in. So and yeah, uh, if so, this is an if else loop. So if it's not, we're gonna print like if the username is taken or something, we're gonna print like you can enter new username or registration failed. So and yeah, same with the password and password confirmation do not match. So we're doing that here basically. And then in user.java, let's take a look here. So um uh, yeah, these are all of our attributes that we're using. And then we're using this method, this dot first name is equal to first name, and same for the remaining attributes. So what this method does is that when you have like we have here 3 to 4 addresses for 5 addresses. So that's why we're using this method over here, so that it addresses more properly. And yeah, we're just setting up the attributes of the table. Yeah, that is basically it in this code. And moving on to the last one, user DAO.java. uh yeah, so we are using connect function over here, and obviously we are connecting to the test database, and or password John 1234, and then log into the database. And then once it's connected, we have like this list all users. So all the users get listed. And this query, you can see select star from user. So basically, if you run this query in SQL, you'll get like list of all the users. So that is what we are trying to do here. And then we are running a while loop on results at .next to get the email, first name, and all the attributes. And if a new user registers, we are going to take all of its email, first name, last name, birthday. So, all that information is stored to our database. And if the root of the database is logging in, so it will have some special features. So I mean, it gets to see all the users and all their details. So that is what we are trying to do here. And here is another SQL query that we are running here, delete query. So we're deleting by email because email is our primary key. So delete from user where email is like the email can be, we can give the email. Then we're using a prepared statement over here to, and there's a question mark over here. So here are the numbers 1 2 till 12 to get email, first name, password, basically all the attributes. And yeah, that's almost about it. And there's an if loop over here. We are running it on result set. So we are using dot get string method to get the first name, last name, birthday, the attributes of the table. And again, we are running an SQL query over here, and this is to check the password. If it's true, then it connects, otherwise it's not gonna connect. And this is like the SQL code that would run. So basically we are creating the dropping the table user, and if the table user is not already present, we would be creating a new table named user, and these are all the attributes for that table, and these are the values, emails, and first name, last name, date of birth, all of those. So yeah, that is about it, and that concludes my exercise 5. Thank you for watching.